Hello everyone, I am Dr. Afreen, reader from the Department of Pediatric and Preventive Dentistry, Yenepoya Dental College, Mangalore. In this video, I will be demonstrating the technique for the placement of strip crowns for restoration of primary anterior teeth. Specific learning objectives are to enumerate the different types of crowns in pediatric dentistry, indications and contraindications of strip crowns, to describe the clinical procedure in the placement of strip crowns in children, and advantages and disadvantages of strip crowns. So by the end of this video, you should be able to answer these questions. Aesthetic treatment of decayed primary anterior teeth is one of the greatest challenges to pediatric dentists. Severely decayed anterior teeth or multi-surface caries may not be able to withstand the occlusal forces if restored with conventional cements. So such teeth, as you can see in these images, usually require placement of a crown. Now we have various types of aesthetic crowns available for deciduous teeth, such as facial cutout stainless steel crowns, resin veneered stainless steel crowns, polycarbonate crowns, strip crowns, pedo jacket crowns, art glass crowns and zirconia crowns. However, in this video, I will be discussing only about strip crowns. Now let's see what are strip crowns. They are celluloid crown forms that are most effective for use in pediatric patients with extensive caries in anterior teeth. This type of crown was first introduced by Weber et al. In 1979. They are transparent, so shade selection of composite is advantageous. These crown forms are filled with composite and are bonded onto the tooth, and the crown form is then removed. So they automatically contour the restorative material to match the natural dentition. Now let's see the indications of strip crowns. Strip crowns are indicated in extensive or multi-surface caries of primary anterior teeth when the incisal edge is involved, that is caries or fracture involving the incisal edge, in teeth with extensive cervical decalcification, as coverage for teeth that have received pulp therapy such as a pulpotomy or a pulpectomy, in high caries risk patient, and in teeth that exhibit discoloration. Contraindications include primary teeth that are so severely decayed that they present with insufficient tooth structure for retention and bonding, in deep overbites, and in children with periodontal disease. Now let's see the steps in the placement of strip crowns in primary anterior teeth. I will be demonstrating the strip crown technique on this model. As you can see, I have just marked certain dark areas here to depict a class 3 or class 5 carious lesion. So in such cases with multi-surface caries, strip crowns are indicated, as I already mentioned. Now this is a strip crown kit and it contains various crowns for deciduous, central and lateral incisors in sizes ranging from 1 to 4. These are the different sizes. To begin with, we select an appropriate sized celluloid crown form by measuring the mesiodistal dimension of the space available. Teeth are then prepared using tapered diamond or tungsten carbide burr. Caries is removed using a small round burr in a slow speed handpiece. Teeth requiring pulp therapy should be endodontically treated, and access opening is to be sealed with glass ionomer cement. We reduce the mesial and distal surfaces so as to break the contact points such that the crown form can be slipped over the tooth. Also, minimal preparation, about 0.5 to 1 mm on the labial and lingual surfaces is recommended. Reduce the incisal edge approximately by 1 mm and round off all the line angles. Next, the cervical border of celluloid crowns are trimmed using scissors. While doing this, care should be taken not to distort the crown form. Trim crowns are fitted into the prepared tooth. Length and cervical fit should be checked. Vent holes are made on the incisal surface of the crown with a sharp explorer for escape of air bubbles and excess composite resin. Teeth are then acid etched, washed and dried to get a frosty appearance. Bonding agent is then applied and cured for 15 to 20 seconds. Next, we fill the crown with the selected shade of composite. Once the crown is filled, it is firmly placed on the prepared tooth, allowing the excess composite to flow out through the vents. Excess soft composite resin is removed from the edges with an explorer. Composite resin is polymerized from both facial and lingual aspects. An explorer or probe is inserted beneath the edge of the crown and the crown form is stripped off. Finishing and polishing is done if necessary. Now let's see the advantages of strip crowns. They are simple to fit and trim. They easily match the natural dentition and leaves a smooth shiny surface, easy shade control with composite. They are aesthetically superior and crystal clear and thin, and also they are economical when compared to other types of aesthetic crowns. The disadvantages are that it is very technique sensitive and it requires moisture and hemorrhage control. Moisture contamination with blood or saliva interferes with the bond and hemorrhage can alter the shade or color of the material. Additionally, they cannot be placed on primary teeth that are so severely decayed that they present with insufficient tooth structure for retention and bonding. I'd like to conclude by saying that strip crowns are now widely accepted because of their better aesthetics, as they resemble more closely the natural appearance of teeth and are considered to be the most popular and aesthetic restorations for deciduous anterior incisors. Thank you.